So, how far along are these new Waymo talks?
So it's somewhat early, although they have already been in conversations with investors. They have not decided the exact valuation, but they know that it's going to be at least 100 billion. Waymo is partially owned by Alphabet, the parent of Google, and but they also have existing outside investors such as Andreessen Horowitz, and they'll be taking more.
And how does this round compare to past funding rounds that the company has done?
Well, the valuation is higher. It's more than double the last round. I broke the $45 billion last year at my former employer. And so they are hoping to capitalize on this momentum. They have not only expanded their ridership in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and other cities, but they have also gotten a lot of regulatory green lights where they can potentially expand further. They also have several new cities they're adding this year, and I think they're hoping that investors will invest based on that momentum.
What do you think the company is going to do with all the money?
Well, it's a costly business, to for a lot of R&D for the cars and safety protocols, and so I think that they, from what I understand, are not yet profitable, so they have to keep that, to expand, they have to keep spending, but they haven't disclosed anything in particular. Sometimes when companies raise money, it's often for hiring, but sometimes it's for acquisitions.
Can I ask you, Katie, have you taken a Waymo yet before?
I took one here.
You took
And
one
I
here?
accidentally thanked the driver, and I was like, "Oh, wait, there's no driver."
You took one here to discuss the scoop that the company behind the vehicle that you were in is going to raise more money, and you didn't even have a driver to tell. I mean, it would have been nice to have a driver there. Say, just so you know, I know something that your bosses don't know. I know. Gosh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
and let me ask you: when you took the Waymo here, did you take it with the Waymo app? Did you take it with another ride sharing app?
Yeah, I took it with the Waymo app, but they also partner with Uber.
Right.
And, they're not the only ride sharing, driverless ride sharing service available. Tesla's in the early phases of rolling out its robo taxi service. And then, our office in San Francisco, we always see the Zooks going by.
Right.
They're owned by Amazon. So
Right.
it's Waymo certainly has the dominant market share here and the early mover advantage, but it remains to be seen whether others will eventually catch up.
Well, so one of the big questions I have is how Waymo sort of sees its relationship with these ride-hailing services evolve in the future. Because, as we said, they have the Waymo app. They also have these partnerships. I'm sort of wondering how it thinks about that split. What other reporting questions might you have about the future of this business?
Yeah, well, I think, when I talk to investors, some of them are really, really hoping to invest because of the momentum and because of they see the future here. But, right now, it looks like a very, very high multiple that they're going to be getting. There's estimates out there that their revenue is like 300, maybe 350 million. And so north of 100 billion valuation. I mean, they're really, you really are baking in a lot of expectations for this company. And so I think some investors want to know, will they be able to keep up this momentum? And, are the unit economics sustainable? Meaning, are they losing, can they eventually improve to the point where they are at profitability or close?
Right. Great. Well, Katie, it was a big scoop. Congrats. Thanks for coming on the show and look forward to talk to you again very soon.